Hello, how are we? Hello everyone, welcome. We are here at Latitude Talent Studios. Here we are. Yes, what's up guys? Hello, 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 hello. It's hot, I'm wearing sleeves. Why did I do this to myself? I don't know guys, it's really hot outside. We're having a heat wave. I feel like we've been having a heat wave for like 2 weeks. We're still having it, it's all good. So today is a webinar, obviously. I'm Sophia, your host, and we are going to be talking about the importance of social media and how to use it as an actor and a model. Yes. So this is actually a really important topic, and this is something that I've actually been really invested in during the quarantine myself, building my presence online, building my brand, following accounts, doing collabs with brands, contacting media kits, following, unfollowing, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna talk about it all. So welcome. Hello, Liz. Hello, everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all. Okay, great. So I'm gonna go over some basics. I don't really have like a structure, like I don't have a steps because social media is so vast and there's so much we can talk about. But it's gonna be a lot of information. You wanna take notes, you can, this will be up on YouTube later, so you don't have to worry about that. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Hello, Clara. Put them in the chat if you have any questions about social media as an actor or model, or just in general social media, because it applies to anyone. Because everyone now is a creator now, everyone on TikTok has talent. It's crazy. That's a joke. Okay, so, webinar. So, I am really active here on Instagram. That's like my preferred method to use. Hi guys. So I'm gonna focus on Instagram today. Now don't get me wrong, there is Twitter, there is LinkedIn, there is Facebook, and there is TikTok and a million other things, but I'm gonna focus on Instagram today to talk about it. Hey guys, wow, this is good. We're getting a lot of people in. I am proud of us. Look at us go. Yes. Oh my God, Jade, love her. Okay, so just so you guys know, if you didn't know, you probably know, but social media has really risen in the past few years, especially in the quarantine since everyone's been home. So it's really important to have your presence online if you can help it, like make it good. And remember that digital is forever. You probably have heard that expression, but it's actually really true. And yes, employers do look at your social media, even if they say they don't. They do. Hello, Ceci. I have had casting directors contact me and asked me for my Instagram, and they told me like in a Q&A, hey Dougie, they told me in a Q&A, oh, we're gonna look at your Instagram to get to know you better based on your acting materials. So you wanna make sure that your Instagram presence is good. You know I did. So, what is an influencer? An influencer is 10,000 followers and up. Now, don't think that you don't have any kind of say in anything in the world if you're not an influencer, because you have to start somewhere, right? Now, I don't think your goal should be to be an influencer to gain followers. I think the most important thing about social media is to gain engagement and have a good rate of engagement. What is engagement? So engagement, no sound. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Bob. You're gonna have to change that because everyone else can hear me. Sorry. Oh my God, thank you. So you wanna make sure your engagement is on the best it can be. So if you have 100 followers, right? And you're only getting like 10 likes on a photo, that means that not everybody can see you. Not everybody is basically hearing or seeing you. Not everyone's seeing your content that you're posting, and that's not good. So you have to make sure that you're using hashtags, that you're posting stories, that you're posting videos, that you're maybe posting IGTV. Yes, my sound is on. So make sure you're doing these things to gain engagement, because if you have like 100 followers, okay, you think that followers matter, but it's more about how you're engaging, hence engagement, the term, with your followers. Okay, so you got it. Yes, love the hashtag Latitude Talent. That's where we are at the agency, at the studio here in Theater District in New York City. Okay, so make sure you're active. You want to put your best foot forward as always. Okay, always put your best foot forward. Networking, we're going to talk about that. That's a good thing. Make sure you remember write that down later. All right, so here's some little tidbits that I do that I think is important to do as a human, especially in the digital era. So you should Google yourself. I think it's important to do that to see what is Googleable, what comes up for you. Like for example, for me, I make sure that everything comes up that I want to come up on my Google. So like if I have something on there that's a photo that I really don't like the way I look or something, I will maybe take it down or something like that. So what I do is, this is like a little my hack thing, I guess. So you can go on Google, and if you find a search result that you don't like, that maybe isn't actually related to you, like maybe it says some of the same name. No one in the world actually has my name, so I don't have to worry about that, but some people have similar names like Chris Smith. Sorry, we feel bad. But you'll make it work. you know, you got this. So if Chris Smith has another Chris Smith who's like totally doing something weird with his name and he doesn't like the search result, he can go on Google and contact that website domain to get rid of the search result, and then he can contact Google to get rid of the search result itself, so it's no longer live on the internet. Hello, Jem. Hello. So we want to make sure that we are keeping on track with our Google search results amongst our social media, because remember, everything's on the internet. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, it's all connected. So we want to make sure we're like the same brand over all the platforms, meaning like, if my picture is me, how I look right now at this exact moment on Facebook, then I want this thumbnail to be the same thumbnail on Instagram. It's like being on brand or being with your vibe. So like, for example, when I look at my Instagram page, I look at myself and I basically see myself. And when I look at my room, my bedroom where I live, it kind of reminds me of my Instagram, weirdly enough, because my Instagram is a reflection of who I am as a human, and I really like colorful things and like collages and like traveling, bright colors. Like what I'm into is like fitness, wellness, acting, modeling, photography, traveling. That's my vibe. That's my brand, right? So my room basically is a reflection of who I am because I live there, and my Instagram is that too. So it's basically putting yourself on this little screen, a little package to show who you are. It's because like if you're an actor or model, sometimes your photos are great on like your portfolio and on the websites you submit on, but you can always get so much on there. Hello, Sammy. You can get more on Instagram sometimes because you put up little videos of behind the scenes. Like you put up what you're cooking, you put up your workouts, you put up your walk, you put up your dog, and like people get a little insight on who you are. And yeah, if you kind of think about it, it's a little creepy. You're like sharing your part of yourself with the world. But I mean, now in this day and age, this is what we're living in. So welcome to 2020. Here we are. So, Google yourself. LinkedIn is really annoying, and I hate LinkedIn, I'm gonna be honest, but I also understand and I respect it for what it's worth. So even though LinkedIn's kind of like professional career oriented, it is important to be on there for your career. Now, if you're an actor and you don't really have like a specific job, right? You're not like having one gig all the time. It's not like you're playing a character on a series regular, then you might not be able to say, oh, I'm here and this is my job. Yes, we do. This is my job on LinkedIn, but then you can just write actor, and then you would just write, oh, I just booked this show, or I just did this commercial, or this is my new series, or this is my sketch comedy. You know, you just want to let people know you're doing things, and it's good to have an online presence on all of them, because, I mean, I think you should focus on one and really like give your all to it, but if you want to just like make sure it's all, like you want to maximize your chances of being cast and connecting with others. So for example, if there's a casting director who's on LinkedIn and isn't on Facebook and sees you on LinkedIn and messages you on LinkedIn and you're not on LinkedIn, he won't be able to message you or she. But if you are, that's a great way to get more casting. So that's a great idea. You know, you make sure all your platforms are even and the branding is on brand. Yes, it's on the same brand. So your photos are the same, the vibe is the same. It should reflect who you are as a person. If you're like, I don't know what to post, just like things you like. Like for me, for example, I love photography and nobody really knows this because I used to post my photography on my Instagram, like beautiful photos of like nature, traveling, the beach, sunsets, all these kinds of things, the city. And nobody liked the photos that I was posting. And I was like, these photos are amazing. These people are going crazy, right? But no, it wasn't actually about that. We're talking about social media and the importance of it in today's day and age for an actor model, but as a human. Sydney, I got you. So, for example, they didn't really like the photos that I was posting. Yeah, be yourself, exactly. And I was very confused and I was like, why are people not liking these photos? And it was because it was kind of off brand, meaning people didn't expect me to be doing photography and they're like, oh, she does photography now? I didn't know that. Okay, so like, why am I not seeing her face? And people were thrown off because they're used to seeing my eyes and my skin and my smile and all of that on my Instagram page. So when I have something totally different, people would scroll past it and they'd be like, oh, that's random. So you do want to put yourself out there, but you want to make sure it's not random, so it's more put together. So if someone was to go to your page, they could think of like 3 words off the bat, like off the top of their head, they think of 3 words. Like for example, if you guys know me, if you're tuning in, you could write 3 words that you think of for your Instagram page or mine. And they should be pretty similar if I was to ask multiple people, meaning it's all like one thing. Like for example, if you think of Nike, the brand Nike, what words do you think of? Comment below. Please comment if you want to comment. If not, that's okay too. I'll comment. I'll just comment. Okay, I'll comment. So like Nike, I think of like Initiative, taking the initiative, fast, strong, right? And then when I think of like Urban Outfitters, different clothing, I think of crop tops, pastels, zoomies, like that. You know, it's a different type of brand. In the same way that you're a brand and you're a human, and as an actor and model, you are your best tool, you are your only tool, and you are your own brand, and you're on your own model. You know what I'm saying? So that's important to know. People always ask, and I've always asked this question too, how important is the follower to following ratio? And honestly, like, I personally don't care about that. Some people might tell you, like, oh, you got to keep it less than 1,000. Like, you got to make sure you look like exclusive. And like, that's cool, but it's not really collaborative, and it's not very like open and inviting, if you ask me, if you're being like, oh, I can only follow this many people. So strong, beautiful, happy. Yes, love those words. Put those on your page. Yes. So you want to make sure that like you're not too concerned with the numbers, because you just want to concern with being authentic. And I know it sounds kind of weird because you're being authentic and you're being on a screen, but like for me, yeah, ask your question. For me, I try to be authentic on my page. I'm like representing who I am. I'm like, okay, well, if I really love this coconut water, I'm going to talk about it. And if I really hate it, I'm probably not going to mention it, or I will mention it. I'll be like, I don't like it. You know, so I'm like being honest about it. So following to following ratio, you that's a subjective question. Many people will tell you it doesn't matter. Other people will tell you don't. It doesn't. It's just up to you. So like you just figure that out on your own. You know, if you have any questions, please comment below. Okay, that are relevant to this topic. So yeah, Facebook. That's like it's kind of lost its credibility because of everything that's happening with Mark Zuckerberg and everything. But more importantly, it's not really for millennials as much as it used to be. It's more for an older generation, which is not a problem. I think it's important to, you know, try to appeal to a large audience. So I do have Facebook and I do use it. Not as much as I use my Instagram, of course, but like it is there and I do use it. So that's good. Yeah, exactly. Connecting with people, it's important. I agree. Okay, so hashtags. This is a very important topic. I didn't start using hashtags until like last year, maybe 2018, end of 2018, I started using them. And I was like really annoyed because I was like, oh, I don't want to have to do more work. Because it's like, honestly, it is time consuming. And like, if you care about something, you should spend time on it, but don't forget to live your life. Like, I don't want people living their life for Instagram, like taking a photo for Instagram. Like, I know you basically do that, but you shouldn't sign up to do experiences in life to go on Instagram. Like, you shouldn't travel to like Rome to go to the Colosseum just to take a photo of it. You should go to Rome to go to the Colosseum because you actually want to go to the Colosseum and enjoy it, and then you happen to get a photo and you happen to post on Instagram. You know what I mean by that? Like, you need to make sure you're still living your life and giving your eyes screen breaks, because being on the phone too much actually is dangerous, as we know, and also can interrupt your sleep with blue light. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there because we are talking about social media. So the hashtags, you can't use more than 30. Hello, Sihi. You can't use more than 30 hashtags on social media. If you do use hashtags, you want to make sure you're not using banned hashtags. Yes, I said banned hashtags. Who knew that was a thing? I didn't either, but it is. There are certain hashtags that are banned, which you're not allowed to use. And if you do use them, there's this word, I forgot what it's called. It's when Instagram basically takes you out of the algorithm and no one sees your posts. And it's like really sad because like you think people are seeing it, but they're not. So you want to make sure, what's the best social media to use? I'll answer that. So you want to make sure that you're not using banned hashtags, and Instagram actually changes them pretty frequently. So just you need to like stay on top of it. Google Instagram banned hashtags and make sure you're not using them. Like one of them is like bikini, hashtag bikini. You can't use that. So don't use it, you know? Yeah, Twitter, I'll talk about that too. Okay, so for hashtags, 30 is the max. Meaning if you put 15 in your caption and you put 15 on your comments, then that's 30. You can't try to do 30 in your caption and 30 in the comments. If your personal self on your account is commenting and using the hashtags, you personally are only allowed to use 30, okay? Other people can hashtag, but you cannot use more than 30 for yourself. I started using an app during this quarantine called Command, recommended to me by an Instagram group that I joined, which I'm going to talk about. It's called Command. It's not free, but it's very useful. You go on it, you connect your Instagram. If you have a Facebook business, that's really important. If you're not going to use Facebook for anything, you should connect it with Instagram. My personal most popular social media is Instagram. I like Instagram the best. So you can connect your your Facebook business page with Instagram, and it makes it a business page, and then you can connect it there on this app called Command. I don't know about Androids. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. So if you want to talk about Androids, it's someone else. But I'm talking about iPhones. So yeah. So with the iPhone Command app, it can tell you which hashtags that are recommended to use based on your audience, based on your posts. It tells you your engagement. It tells you your likes, your dislikes, your following, unfollowing. It tells you when's the best time to post. And that's probably the most useful part of this app. Like, because I have used this app, I've seen my online presence increase and get better, amongst other things. And I'm pretty happy about it. I don't regret purchasing it. So that's important. Oh, but also, even if you don't want to use the app and pay for it, because, you know, like pandemic times, I get it, guys. I get it. You can just go on Instagram on the settings, on like your analytics, it's called, and you can go on there, and on Facebook, and if you connect them, and you can even see like who your followers are. Thank you. It's from H&M. Really easy top. You know what I'm saying? I got matching shorts and everything. Sydney. So yeah, what I was gonna say was, if you go on Instagram, the analytics, you can actually see who your followers are. You can see like how many of them are women, how many are men, what age group they are, where they're from. Are they from New Jersey? Are they from New York? Are they from international countries? What are they interested in? Like for me, my social media presence is pretty equally split between men and women. Some other like a lot of women who are like into fitness and they like have a lot of like women empowerment stuff, they might have more followers that are women. I pretty have an equal split. So photo editing, I think it's important if you want. I mean, I try to keep it more natural for me. Like, I'm not really a huge fan of like a crazy amount of filters and all of that. Yeah, I know, right? It's so hot. But yeah, I don't want to use like too many filters. I think it makes you look artificial, and it's like, oh, are you a dog or are you a human? Are those your real eyelashes? I don't know. And I'm just like, what is going on with your face? I don't know. You know what I mean, guys? So I think it's important, if you want to use filters, you can use them. They're also called presets. They like have a lot of names now. I make sure it doesn't look too false. Like, I think filters should be used in the way that makeup is used. It should enhance the photo, but it shouldn't take over the photo, if you know what I mean. Like you should put on makeup to enhance your features that you like, where a filter should enhance like the photo, make it brighter, make the green of the trees stand out more, make the water blues stand out more if you're at the ocean, for example. But besides that, I don't think that you should use them in a way that's like overdose. What are my favorite photo editing apps? So again, from the thing I used from Command, from the workshop I did during the quarantine with the webinars, I learned about Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom, and that's probably like the best Premiere one. You can pay for it, but you don't have to. They have about like 4 or 5, not that many presets or filters that come with the app for free. And honestly, like for me, since I don't like to use too many as it is, try to keep it natural, I actually think they're fine. Yes, so I think they're fine. The filters, like the presets that are on the Adobe Lightroom app by itself. Like, I don't think you have to pay for it. But if you do want to pay for it, there's a lot, and you can get like a lot of cool ones if you're like really into it. There's also other apps. Hello. There's also other apps like there's one called Visco, VSCO. It's its own like social media, but people use it for photo editing, and you have to pay for it, but they have really pretty filters on there. People use Facetune to edit their photos. I don't really use that. You can literally like take out pimples. You can like make your face look thinner. You can get rid of freckles. But honestly, for me, I think that's kind of artificial, and I'm not a fan of doing that personally. If you want to, sure. But you also have to remember that like as an actor and model, if you look completely different in your photos or videos, and then you come in person, which hopefully will be happening one of these days with the quarantine, who knows. But then you meet someone in person and it's like, oh, you look like your photos. That's not really a compliment when someone tells you that. That's not a good thing. Especially when you're an actor and model and your tool is yourself and your body and your face and you don't look like how you're supposed to look. No, that's not good. You want to stay on par with how you look. You know, you want to stay true to yourself. So I think that's important to remember too. Okay, so if you're an actor and model and you're building a presence online and you're actually pursuing this career seriously, you have to have a public profile. You can't have a private profile. I know some people want to keep it private because it's like, yeah, exactly. You can't catfish your employers either. I think it's important to have a public profile because the thing is that Yeah, I know people want to keep it private, but if you want to keep anything private, then don't put it on social media because everyone can see anything anyways because of the way social media is and the way the digital footprint is. So if you want something to be totally private, don't post it. Just don't, because it will come out to like bite you in the future if you don't like that you posted it and you did. That's just the truth. So what was your question that you asked? Let me find out what anyone's asking. Snapchat. Yeah, so Snapchat's also a social media, but it's more for like friends. It's fun. I have it. I like text my friends photos and stuff, like funny videos, but I don't use it for like social media, building my brand. It's more like internal, which is kind of nice. It's more private in that way. So it is good for that. And you can also text on it too. What's good about Snapchat is you can take photos and it doesn't save on your phone unless you want them to. So it doesn't take up storage. And I always have the problem where I'm always running out of storage. Anyone else? Let me know. It's really annoying. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, so if you're not going to post a lot of photos or videos or whatever on Instagram or whatever, I think stories are really great and a really great tool to keep your presence online and being focused and letting people know you're alive. Yes, there are sirens. Yes, we're in New York. Hello, welcome. But yeah, so I think it's important to post stories. It's like a little way to let people know what you're doing in your life. Hello, Christina. Stories are really important because even if you don't post, but you post stories, people will see you and they'll be like, oh my God, what's she doing? You know? So that's important because it can keep your people engaged. Remember, the engagement rate's more important than, the follower count and the like count and the comment count. Also, comments are really important. People really put a lot of pressure on likes, but comments are really important. Like for me, I actually, if you know me, you know I don't like any photos on Instagram. I just don't. It's like part of who I am. I've never done it. I just never will. I only like photos of like I want to remember them or like I'm in them or something. But I really like commenting. I don't know what's going on outside, but whatever. I really like commenting because I think it's more genuine and it's really fun because I think I make really funny comments. So yeah, but I'm into commenting. I think it's great. It's also great for your engagement when people comment. You can always like write, comment below, you know, like engage your audience, like make sure they're like feeling like they have something to say instead of just like emojis. It can be like, so what do you like to do? What do you have planned for today? What's your favorite food? And they can be like, comment below. And then it's like, oh, you have a conversation starter, you know, and like that's cool. So that's important. Okay, if you want to talk about collabs, brand collabs, yeah, lots of sirens. I know. Oh, what's going on? Brand collabs. What is a collab? So a collab is a collaboration between you and a brand. And it's basically when a brand hopefully contacts you. You don't contact them. I mean, you can. It's not a big deal. But hopefully the brand will contact you and they'll be like, hey, we really love your look. We'd love for you to try on our clothes or our product for free. We'll send it to you. And then you just have to review and post it and we'll pay you. So that's the best case scenario. A lot of times, a lot of companies are building their brand for the first time. They're trying to gain followers, trying to gain fans, they're trying to gain users. Yeah, I do this. So they'll contact you and they'll be like, hey, we can give you a free product and we can't pay you, but we want you to use the product for free and try it. And that's kind of fun because it's like you're like testing something and that's all good. That's not only going to build your brand, it's going to get you free stuff, but it's not really going to build your brand. You can take it a step further, and then if they ask you to post in order to get the free product, you can get paid. So there's a thing called a media kit. There's a lot of different things. I know, guys, it's a lot. There's a media kit is when you, it's when you basically put your Instagram in like a folder, but it's digital, and you're basically saying, this is my Instagram, this is who I have is following me. Follow me, and this is who I engage with, and this is like what I can do for you, and these are the people I can bring in. I'll tell you, and these are the people that I can bring in. Hello, these are people that I can bring in for your business. Like if I have a lot of women that are into fitness who follow me, and I'm getting contacted for a protein powder, and I'm putting I want to do a brand collab. Yeah, great info, thank you. I want to do a brand collab and I want to make a media kit. I will put together like some images of my best photos with the most engagement. I'll show the analytics. So I'll pull those analytics from either the Command app or I'll pull them from my IG analytics linked from my Facebook business page where you can have an email thing, you know? So I'll pull that there, I'll put that there, and I'll be like, hey, so I have these women that are 23 to 38 who live in New York City and LA, and they're going to buy the product. Because the brand collabs, they don't want you to just get the brand name out. They eventually want you to bring them business, meaning they want your followers to purchase from this brand through you. And they'll give you a discount code, which is great. like I have a boatload of referral links that I could just like send you all that are like, oh, 50% off this, whatever that. So yeah, like if you want to DM me about that, I have like a lot of codes if you want some like cool stuff. But yeah, so they'll give you a code like one of mine is like Sophia G50 and it's like 30% off or 10% off or 50% off. I don't know. But like there's one I did, I'll tell you right now, there's one I did for this, it's like a fitness brand. It's called like Pineapple Clothing. They're really known for like women and their children. Hey, Ricky. So that's fun. I did another one for teeth whitening, most recently a charcoal teeth whitening brand called New Smile, NIU. New, it's new and it's also NIU, so that's cool. I also did one for like One Up Nutrition, which is like a nutrition brand. There's a few of them out there, but really important if you're gonna do brand collabs, you wanna make sure that you're not gonna get scammed. So I do this thing where I'll like look up reviews of the company, I'll look up the URL and I'll scan the URL for viruses on a website, just Google it. And I'll just be like, hey, is this company for real? They're legit. Cause like I've had a few companies that I've worked with before, like there's this one called Tiger Fox Boutique, which wasn't really a scam. Their products came to me, but they didn't fit properly and I tried to like return them and they wouldn't respond to me, but they already took my money. And then another one was like, some of them didn't send me anything and that was total like not good. And if they don't send you the money or they don't send you the products you paid for it, make sure you pay with a credit card, never a debit card. Because if you pay with a credit card, they can refund you. But if you pay with a debit card, it can be more tricky. So that's important because it's an unauthorized charge. So there's like a lot of in and outs. Like the social media, this whole topic, I could go on like for days. It's like a very juicy topic, but it's great. I hope I'm giving you some information to get little tidbits, you know? Let me see what else I want to say to wrap up. Oh, your bio is really important on your Instagram and social media. It should be short, to the point, but it should be like a little inkling into who you are as a human. So, like, for example, mine says actress, model, comedian, fitness, this is my journey, manifestation or something. It's like to do with like who I am as a human, right? So you want to make sure like it basically says like things you do and like things you like. And if you want to like make it a little personal, like something random, like if I really wanted to make it personal, I could be like obsessed with peanut butter. That's true. I could just put that in my bio. So like if someone wasn't into acting, modeling, fitness, spirituality, wellness, but they're really into peanut butter, they would know that from the get-go. And they could be like, yo, what's up? Do you like crunchy or smooth? And I'm gonna be like, whoa, let's just eat all the peanut butter together. Like I have a collection. This is all true. Yeah, artist. Mine says artist as well. Because I don't consider myself just one thing. I call myself a hyphenated artist because I have multiple things. We are all multiple things, guys. Tap into your creativity. Your thumbnail's important. I talked about that. Make sure it's like good. A lot of people are doing the blackout thumbnail, which is really great for the movement for Black Lives Matter. I support that. If you want to keep that too, if you don't, that's also cool. Whatever you guys want to do, it's your life, it's your page, it's your brand. Yeah, if you want to put obsessed with wrestling, I don't see why not. Maybe put some emojis about like strength, you know, like one of the bicep curl things. Yes. For the brand collabs though, I would like to say that your goal is to not pay. Your goal is to get free things and get paid. That's a brand collab that you want to do. And if you really want to work with a brand, like you really love a brand, you really want to work with them, like let's say you really, really, really love like Louis Vuitton, right? So you could keep posting about them, you keep tagging them in the posts. And then like you could DM them and be like, hey, here's my media kit. Hey, I would love to contact you. Hey, I would love to meet up for coffee. Hey, I would love to have a Zoom meeting and talk about a brand collab, or if you need models. Like that's a great way to build your presence online, tagging the companies that you want to be noticed by, because they actually do see the people who are being tagged. Like even the big companies that get like 1 million followers and stuff, they do have to see these things. I don't really count YouTube as social media in my personal experience. I have a YouTube, of course. Thank you so much, Frank. YouTube is, I think it is considered a social media, but I consider it more of like a video platform. It can be social media, but yeah, if you want a YouTube channel, you should definitely build that up. Like I should build mine out more, but I'm more focused on Instagram, but I have my YouTube. It's like supplemental in that way. Yeah, and basically the moral of the story is to do what you want, have fun, be yourself, be authentic, and don't spend too much time on it. You know, like make sure you like still like are living your life out of the screen. But yeah, let me know if you have any last questions right now because I'm about to wrap it up. So I'll give you a few minutes, just comment if you have any questions you want to ask me. If you have any questions you want to ask me specifically, you can DM me too if you don't want to ask on here. Let me know. The topic is social media for actors and models. All right. TikTok is a video platform and it is a social media. So TikTok is different when it comes to like not being YouTube, but also not being Instagram. I don't even have a TikTok. I think it's funny. I'm not against it. I just think it's really funny. You know, everyone thinks they're like, well, it's talent, just making funny dance videos. That's cool. I mean, like, it makes you happy. Like, people are getting famous on TikTok and all that. But yeah, I don't think people's goal should be to go viral and be famous, because like that's kind of superficial and doesn't really get you anywhere, because you're just like there for 12 hours and that's it. I think your goal should be to be authentic and be yourself. And when you're authentic in yourself, you will attract people that you want. And yeah, I mean, just like stay on it. Post your stories. Oh, one last tip. A great boosting for your social media, if it's like a little dry or something. Yes, Latitude does help. You can post videos or IGTVs. For example, tonight I'll be posting an IGTV in 3 hours of this art piece that I've been creating for 2 months that I'm very excited about. Very vulnerable. It's about the movement. I'm very excited. So I think it's important for you to post videos as well, but not too many, like not all videos, because for videos, when you post them, the person doesn't have to watch the whole thing for it to be considered as a view. And when someone looks at it, they're not looking at the view, they're not looking at the likes, looking at the views. So that's a good way to boost and to see like how many people your posts are actually reaching. And you want to stay on top of the algorithm. The best social media to get recognized on is anyone that you're the most present on, I guess you could say. All right, so I'm gonna say bye. It was great kind of seeing you all. I hope you're doing well, drinking water, eating vitamin C, getting some sun with SPF. Stay alive, don't get the virus, love and support each other, and pursue your dreams. Bye.